I went to thrift store once this week, at least twice if you count the antique store, which is, yeah, thrift store. I didn't get anything at the antique store yesterday, but on Monday I went to my favorite store, one of my favorites. It's the CRCI. I got some stuff in the bag. What's in the bag? All right, so let's see what I got, because I should have made the video earlier, but I thought I'm kind of liking the live things. I don't have to worry about making it, downloading the computer, then uploading it. It's all kind of faster this way. And plus, if you are on here and you're asking questions like, hey, how much did that cost? Or hey, what blah, 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 it might be a little bit better. So, this week, I think I didn't have any of the colors for the barbs. They have barbs through clothing and through the other stickers. I don't think any of these things had the stickers that were appropriate. No, there it is. It wasn't pink, evidently, because that's the color. I think it was maybe orange. But I saw this actually yesterday, and I thought about it taking a video, but it was in the little box set, all the exact same videos. I didn't know if it was like, disc 6 to 7. I don't know how many discs there are, but in that box set they had at the antique store called the Fancy Flea, all 5 of these with little pretty casing on them, which I don't really care about because I'm going to end up putting these in a wallet, were $20. I got these for a meow. No, I didn't get them for a meow. You're confusing me, baby. I got them for 66 cents. No, I got them for 99 cents. Normally the DVDs are $1.99 there, but I guess they thought, well, this is skinny, so I don't know, it won't sell as well. Who cares about how big the plastic container is? I mean, I do think it's easier to keep up with, personally, but we have all 5 of them were 99 cents. No, unfortunately, 50% off on any of them. So we have, let's see, 8 episodes on here, starting with TV or not TV, and then Palomine. So it's 1 through 8. Oh, good, they do keep the numbering system going. So 9 through 16. So it is the episodes 17 through 23. I like it when they do that instead of saying like just random episodes or best of. But it is the episodes. So I guess the Honeymooners disc 4. It doesn't say if it's season 1, season 2. I don't know if that was even a thing back in the golden age of television. I mean, I'm sure it was, but at the same time, they didn't do things the same way. So I'm sure that there's a debate on which ones fit in which season and which ones aired in what way, because back then they didn't televise it to the TV stations, to my knowledge. This was before they had that technology. They had to send out, I think they had to send out reels. I don't think they even had VHS tapes or any kind of taping systems other than just the reels. And I don't think they were re-recordable. That's why we still have some of that footage. I really don't know. I'd like to learn more about that information, because I think preserving television is an important endeavor. Even though some of it, it's kind of rough to watch, but I think it's important that we don't forget the past. I have some comics that from the golden age, and I'm telling you, if you're sensitive toward racist concepts, you're going to be offended just from the way they draw African Americans. I was shocked at first, but I was like, well, it was the 40s. I don't have the actual comic, the reprints. So it's preserving a time that, we can't justify it. We can just say, look, we can't forget it, but we can learn from the past. That's why I don't appreciate people destroying the past or changing the past just to make people feel good. I think we need to preserve the past so that we can learn, so we won't make that mistake twice, because people go, nobody's ever thought of this before. That's ridiculous. So we have all 5 of those. And then there's some books. I saw a book that caught my eye. I don't think it was this one. This one caught my eye. And I was like, well, 35 cents for a paperback, or Welcome Home, Short, Green, and Gorgeous. This is Broomhilda. Or I could find 5 of these. I think it's 5 for $1, which is kind of weird to have 35 cents for one and 5 for $1. Not really. It's 20 cents each. So it makes sense. I was thinking 5 for $2, but that would actually be more. So we have, hi Herschel, where you been? Over at my gal's house, practicing our Red Cross saving course, we worked on bandaging cuts, putting on splints, and my personal favorite, snout to snout resuscitation. Oh, isn't that adorable? So this book was actually printed in 1975. I was just five. So I do remember Broomhilda. It was probably not something they sold at my the what is that thing called every year, the book fair, because we have a witch with a cigar in her mouth. I don't think that would have went over, but it was the 70s and the 80s whenever I was growing up, so yeah, it could have been. And then here's one that I thought, well, it's a funny book. It's Dungan's People, number 2. The wind is so much better during election year. Okay. This book, so in case you're like, well, no, it's pro-Trump, it's pro-Biden, whatever. It was printed originally in 74. Finally, this copy was made in 1980. So I guess those were election years, but they do have every year between. All right, so the very first page. I'm proud to say I've never been reprimanded. I've never even been called. Oh, that's so true for a lot of those guys. Let's look at this one on the right. I'm just randomly picking out ones. I'm for getting tougher with any country that we don't have to buy oil from. That's true. All right, let's look at this one. And I charge that my opponent has deliberately done a good job just to get votes. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. All right, let's do one more. Let's do it on the left side for once. Nothing's wrong with your audio, ma'am. During the election year, they often become garbled and hard to understand. Oh, this must have been written in 2024, No, I think it was talking about how they try to persuade you to. Yeah, I think he said what I think he said. I like that. Yeah. All right, now I don't know if I had the horse and his boy. I should have made that list, and I didn't make it on my phone. So I did buy 5 a few weeks ago. It were not in this style, but I thought this one is perfect for putting in your back pocket. I haven't read The Horse and His Boy in a long time. It is according to this book number 3, but I feel like everybody numbers them in a different way. I'm not even sure which one. I know The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is like the most popular, but I've heard it's not the first one. I think chronologically, I think The Silver Chair's first or something. But then again, you got to look at it. Is it the first one written about? The first one that we were introduced to? It's kind of like Star Wars. We start in the middle, and then we never got the other episodes. Nope, we didn't. Nope, we did not. All right. Because I honestly do not think that the last 7, 8, and 9, I don't think they had, when he had all this stuff in mind, I seriously doubt any of that stuff was in his original intentions. It was just like they took the original and just kind of redid it. All right, I thought about whenever I saw this one, this would be a great gift for my stepdad who loves golf. I don't know if he would really care about funny books or having stuff. He's not really a stuff keeper. So let's see. Ball retriever, a long-handled device used to retrieve golf balls from the water. An office underling trying to get in good with the boss. Boss. Okay. Like boss. Guess it's got to have a southern accent to it. All right. Loser, anyone who gets stuck golfing with their spouse. Well, my mom's never golfed with my stepdad. Mashing niblick. What happens when someone hits your niblick with a 5-iron? I don't get it. I don't play golf. I was going to be on the golf team in high school, but then it was so boring compared to tennis. I went for tennis instead. So I wanted to do something every season. In the spring, I don't go for the major sports because, number one, those people have already been doing it for years. This, however, I think is the most great thing I found there. You're like, better than the honeymooners? Oh, yeah, you betcha. Now, I have some of these. I don't think this cover does not look familiar. And plus, I think mine was a hardback. Now, Gray Space Battles, they all have it. And it wasn't $4.50, by the way, because it was the price like $5 for $1. This is absolutely, I'm like, oh my gosh. I may need to do a video if I have not done it on the books that I already have, because these books are fantastic. The artwork in them. I had a friend in college. I'd go to his house on the weekends a lot just to get the heck away from college, because I'm not a party animal. I'm not a night person. I just want to go to sleep, get up early, even on the weekends. I get up at 4:30 every morning, even on the weekends. I was always that way ever since I was a kid. Yeah, all right, so this was made in 1979, so this fits right in. Lee had one. I don't think if this one has the planets and how they have the extraterrestrial life. I remember the balloon people or balloon creatures or whatever from Jupiter. This may be the one. I don't know. So again, I have some that would definitely, the artwork completely fits. Look at that artwork. Fan-freaking-tastic. So this is part one, the Laguna Wars, the nightmare begins. I can't believe I found this. This is absolutely stunning. This is worth it right here. Just the mission to get into the place. Fantastic. I'm gonna get some water because I am drying myself out. Now I have like ones that show like future homes, future businesses, future those kind of things. Those are also in the same genre artwork, sci-fi-ish, futurist. See, I still, even though I know that the world's coming to an end soon, I still have in my heart this hope for a future world where everybody gets along and we, instead of fighting, we work together and we build things. Now that will come in the kingdom, and we may have places like this in the kingdom. Or we may go back to square one, since most of the population will be destroyed. We already know 50% is going to be destroyed in the 7 years. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty cool. The spaceship's designs, remember, this was written back right after, I'm pretty sure this was right after Star Wars, because that was 77. But that doesn't mean that the very first paintings were in here. I don't think they painted all this that quickly. They may have. Let me see. Schmablock. Hey, Bjorn. So I don't know if you've ever seen these books, Bjorn, but these are fantastic. This one's from 1979. No, it's not, Kitty Cat. You're lying. He said it was from 1985. All right, so it was published in 1980. First hardcover. See, I have a hardcover similar to this. It's in the same genre. Like this is like maybe book number 27 out of them. I don't know. But the artwork is fantastic. I love this. And it's got like story information about how this happens and how this got here. Look at this. This reminds me also of one of my favorite artists that does all the Asia album covers. And I'm trying not to knock things off the table, but this monopod thing I have has got a suction cup, and it's like I don't have enough room to go back and forth. Look at that space tank. Look at that artwork right there. I'm trying not to get the glare on it. There we go. That's amazing. It says a mysterious liquid. So it's got a storyline going on. As a kid, I never read any of this. I'm probably still not going to read it. I just think the artwork is fantastic. So who is the artist? Alan Daniels is the artist for this one. There's the name. I never even noticed that one. I guess, as a kid, I never thought about, hey, who's the artist? I figured it was the same guy. This one is Colin Hay. So it isn't the same artist all the way through. I just always assumed it was the same artist. That would make sense, though, because if you're going to put this much together, you're going to need a team. This one is by Peter Elson. That's really pretty. A clue. Vern Yearlin was worried and frustrated. What was this mysterious liquid so crucial to the... Oh, see, there is an ongoing story in here. I thought maybe it was just like saying, in the future, we'll need technology like this. Because that's what some of my books definitely have. This one is by Colin Hay, another one. I like that pyramid thing going on there. It's like a city that's on wheels or something. It looks like, well, maybe it's not. It felt like it was on a tank wheels or something. Like the Jawa crawlers. They're basically cities on wheels. It's got a diagram over here. This one's by Peter Elson. Man, this is gorgeous art. I wonder if they have some of these, like, I need to find a list of all the different ones and maybe go on eBay and get the rest of these, because I am just enthralled by the art of these. This really inspired me as a kid. This is also by Peter Elson. And then it's got like a map of the space, like large Magellantic Cloud Hydri, Beta Hydri. Anyway, words I'm going to not be able to pronounce. Then it's like a diagram of one of the spaceships. This is the typical attack ship carried by the Lagunian creature from the Black Lagoon city ship. And this little barge thing is drawn by, or painted by Bob Lazel. Freaking laser rock. Yeah, that's some pretty amazing artwork right there. I'm going to go through the whole thing, so don't be like, oh, I wish you don't. No, don't stop. I know, because it's too gorgeous. This one doesn't... It's probably on the next page, and it's like previous page or something, because I don't see it on this page. No, it doesn't. That's really strange. Okay, even more extraordinary is the missile of the I thought it'd say that information right there. Oh, it may have a thing in the back. It also gives, like, you know, information of which is what pages were drawn by what people. That's pretty cool. It also kind of gives me that Fifth Element vibe, which was way later. That was like 1999, I think. One of my favorite movies. This is a diagram of the Terran lifeboat. And then we got this shuttle over here by Peter Elson. It looks kind of like Space 1999, sort of in the form of Galactica. Like the, and, you know, this was around the time of those two shows. So I'm sure that both of those have a heavy influence from it. Looks like the front of a porpoise or something. Battlestar Galactica engines in the back and that little side thing, and then Space 1999. It's kind of like all that mixed into one. Oh, look at that. This is by Tony Roberts. The North African fortress city of Tobruk. Then we have tube-launched nuclear missile type TMX-40. And it doesn't give the artist on this one. It's probably, again, in the back. This one is by Angus McKee. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and if somebody's watching this in playback, you might want to pause the screen and just drink it in. There's so much to look at there. They're such masters of art. This one's by Angus McKee. It's like some kind of video game. Or like the artwork on the front of Odyssey 2 games were always much better than the real game. I think most of the time I just wanted the game for the cover. Tony Roberts. Got people down here on the surface of whatever planet that is. This is called The Final Victory. So as we get toward the end, that's not a Cylon. No, that's not an Imperial person from Star Wars. No. They just, no, there's no way possible. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, everything kind of mimics each other. Look at that. That is awesome. That's 17. It's got little French 7. You can see the person inside of it. Man. Some kind of alien ship. And you got the guy down here in the middle of a wheat field or something. Let's see what it says. The airlock hissed open and two small ships sped out, heading in opposite directions. The first duel of the Nimrodian Club was about to take place, with Robin Maxwell as one of the combatants. Sorry about that shaking. Oh, a lot of shaking going on. Looks like something from Jason the World Warriors. There, is it clear on there? Here, okay. Oh, somebody left. All right. Well, hope somebody appreciates this, because this is fantastic art. I just can't get enough of this stuff. The Rebel clip-on weapon pack used to convert civil ships for offensive roles. And on this side, we got a Rebel fleet consisted mainly, let me make sure there's no glare on it, mainly of modified civil crafts such as this CA 1992. Ooh, that's futuristic. 1992 was 22 years ahead of, you know, that time. Oh my gosh, this looks like Buzz Lightyear's spaceship. It's even got Takara on the side, which is the Japanese company. Oh no, this is Takai. Takara, maybe. And I'm betting the Buzz Lightyear ship looks a lot like this. I am not kidding. Look at that. The fate of the uprising was sealed when the Mars-based TTA Barracudas finally arrived to reinforce the hard-pressed government crews. All right, this is by Bob Lazell. Or Lazell. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, Bob, if you're out there watching. Okay, so this is a really cool looking blue ship. There's a little robot guy on the surface. Ming the Merciless. Some funky... Oh, okay, I thought that was his head at first, but it's just a shield he's holding up. He's in the crouch position. Wow. Looks like something under the ocean. So this is definitely not the book that my friend had, because I'd have gotten to the alien part by now. With the aliens from Jupiter, Saturn, what aliens would look like on different planets. It was more of an educational type book, it seemed like. But it was definitely the same artist. This is about Jim Burns. Not B-Y, B-U. Look at that big kitty cat. Oh, we got some sand slugs, or the dune bugs. See, you see a lot of this kind of like in the books that I have, I don't know how to explain it, like like the ball in Gundam, it's like the ball in Gundam a lot. And I wonder if they actually, in 1978, they could have had access to it, I'm guessing. This is by Colin Hay now. As rich as these people are, they probably did fly to Japan, watch a few things, going, oh, that's a clever idea. Or maybe it's just from a different common source, or just coincidence. Orbital guard sensors as stationed around Cerberus. And then we have Cerberus, the three-headed dog, and there's a spaceship. And this was drawn by Jim Burns also. B-U-R, not B-Y. And then there's the pirate world. These are the people who copy and upload and download the most popular and newest movies. It would be funny if it said Pirate Bay on the side of it. It's just giant near. $174. I think I had like a car that you glided across air. And you had to punch, like you had to pump something and it looked kind of like that. The same tigerish design, which you know is from a tiger, so. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. This is by Peter Ellison. The existence of the pirates was discovered by Captain Mas Yelwak, who only just managed to escape with the vital information. All these little monsters trying to grab at him, I guess. I had a nightmare like that one time, actually. I was barely able to fly above the people trying to grab me and attack me. They were all like poisoned or zombified or something. Oh, wow, that was back in the 90s. It's an interesting spaceship. This is the four-man pirate vessel in typical camouflage. I don't know what they're camouflaging from. Are they living in a herd of zebras? Oh, look, it's those cat people from that TV and that movie everybody likes. Remember, this is from the late 1970s, so this is not copying the cat people, whatever that movie was. Avatar. It's not copying Avatar, that's for sure. The Hunters of Asteroid. That definitely looks like something. This is Peter Elson again. It definitely looks like the guy who does a lot of Asia covers. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're almost done. We only got about another 2 pages, I think. That's really cool. With spectacular blaze of light, the charges placed inside the battlecruiser detonated, cutting off any escape from the planet. This is by Robin Hidden. It's Hiddon. It's really nice. Like two strange monsters. The huge missile launchers careered, that's how it uses a verb, careered toward each other. No, I have. Let's say they careered toward each other as hunters fought their first and final duel to the death. This is by Angus McKee again. And this is the last page, so there's not an index in the back unless it fell out, because these books are pretty old. This originally costed 2 and 500 yen. Now I still have the price stickers on mine from my childhood, and they are like 10 cents for them, clearance out at Kmart. And that's how cheap they are. But I am so glad to get this in my collection. So if you want to get one, it is called The Great Space Battles. Now, again, I have a hardback book that's not this one, and maybe I should just do a video about the two. All right, let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a video about that. I think it's still in there. I don't know. I just don't have the shelf space here, so I think I had to put a lot of stuff flat in my thing in there, which means I probably need to clean it off. All right, have a good day.